Hi there, and thanks for tuning in to the Black Box series. This is where we catch up with the alumni of the Gaiety School of Acting to find out what they've been up to over the past few years. And today we have JoMack, Miranda and Sadhbh, McLoughlin. And when I say a few years, you guys are pretty fresh out. You only graduated pretty much exactly a year ago with the class of 2018. And so what have you been up to this last year?
I don't know, I guess like surviving, I guess. I don't know, like this last year has definitely been very tough. It's tough out of the first year in school, I think. I mean, I can speak for myself, but like it's just, you know, it's finding out like how to adapt to real life again, you know, being in school, like 10 hours a day in rooms like this. It was very, very intense, and to come out, you know, to take a breather, I think I needed that for sure.
Yeah, and to like sort of adjusting to not having the routine that was here.
Yeah, the little bubble.
Yeah, you kind of leave and you're suddenly like, oh, what do I do? But then you get used to it. So like after Christmas, then you can see how everyone kind of like settles, and then everyone's like, okay, what am I gonna do? And then sort of.
And you guys have been quite proactive, because we're here today to talk specifically about your theatre company that you set up. So tell us a bit about how that came about.
So, go ahead.
So, well, it was in January. No, it was before January. So we applied to Seen and Heard individually. So JoMack had his own show, and then I had mine with Isabel, who was also in our class. And then we decided just to create a theatre company, because we wanted to make it a regular thing of putting on our own work and collaborating with different people. And that's where I started from. And then after Seen and Heard, we wanted to keep the ball rolling, so we're like, well, actually it was during Seen and Heard, you were like, Edinburgh. I was like, okay, let's just breathe. And then, so then straight away it was like Edinburgh. We booked the venue. I don't know, it all has happened really, really fast. And we couldn't plan what we were gonna do, because it was sort of like, we were taking everything as it comes. So it's been a really quick few months. That was what, January? And now it's
January,
July.
February. It was January, February, and now it's July.
It's on top of you.
Exactly.
Next month.
Yeah.
Coming down the track. And the show that you're bringing to Edinburgh, JoMack, do you want to tell us?
Yeah, sure. So it's called Yerloo Underground. It premiered in Seen and Heard Festival first, along with Sadhbh play, and it's a play about New York City subway performers. And so there are two New York City subway performers, and they're met by a third person who plays the cello. She goes to Juilliard. She's obsessed with her work, and she's trying to compose her own song. So she goes down into the subway, and because she likes the acoustics, and it's a battle for space. It's all in the backdrop of a Trumpian dystopian era.
Okay.
Era. No, but it's like no, but it's all tied together. I think I just want to say one more thing about era. We're sort of dedicated to a fresh approach to theater. I think part of the reason why we created a theater company was because we really want to say our own stuff. You know, I think there's a fabric already out there for us to sort of adapt to. But we're like, okay, well, we're young, you know, we're the start of our careers. I think we can sort of lay the landscape for the kind of theater that we want to make.
Yeah, and the Gaiety really sets you up for that. It sets you up to make your own work, which is great, because now I never thought I'd be able to, I don't know, put on my own show or even be in a theatre company, but yeah, the Gaiety really does provide you with all those tools, and suddenly you're like, okay, I can do this. Like, this is like, you feel like you have control.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been tough, but we've been learning loads.
You make a good partnership.
We do, we do. Yeah, we do. You know, and that's honestly
that's why it works. Yeah,
that's why it works. You want people that you keep close and that you can work with. You know, and it's those are sometimes I feel like is the hardest to find. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really, really good people who, you know, are not poisoned by, let's say, like the business and what it means and like how to be successful and because it's really easy to get careerist, I think, and get so wrapped up in that world. And we try our best not to.
And we also have different strengths. So like I do all the social media stuff and like the websites and those little bits, and then you do like, you know, you're writing the play, and then with the fundraising, you're sort of like, I do a lot of the online kind of away, and then you do a lot of the like, I'm producing it, so yeah. So it works.
Definitely.
And you're performing in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one-man show?
No, so it's 3 people.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's myself. So it's directed by Alva Casey, who is actually a teacher at this school.
Okay, yeah.
It's a big Gaiety.
It's a Gaiety love bubble.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's Alva Casey is directing it. I'm sorry, I'm in it with Aoife Martin and Caitlin Cullen Verhas. The people involved are like, we're all very friendly and we get along. And
James O'Connor is dramaturg. Gemma's operating the lights, Gemma Kane.
Okay.
And then Emily Parrott. That's up for debate.
I say Perro as well.
But she's like, it's Parrot, so I was like, yeah, she'll see this anyway. She's operating sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
and you designed the sound escape, and then Caitlin plays cello.
Oh,
which is it's incredible to hear that on stage.
So you're all going over to Edinburgh together. Is everyone going?
Everyone's going.
Oh, brilliant! So you're gonna. And have you ever been before? Have you done a show there before?
I've never done a show. I just went for a weekend, like just a crazy little weekend. Like, you know, it's insane. It's like it's nuts there, you know. It's gonna be very exciting.
Brilliant. And what? Tell us more about the venue and how we can buy tickets. Are people going over to Edinburgh?
Yeah. So it's on the Fringe website.
Yeah. So
right?
the tickets for Edinburgh are available now on the website. The dates are the 19th to the 24th.
Of August.
Brilliant.
At 3:05 p.m.
Yeah, tickets I think are €10 and then €8 concession.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Very reasonable.
Very reasonable.
And
at Greenside Venues,
Nicholson Square.
Nicholson Square.
Greenside Venues, Nicholson Square. Yeah.
And if we can't get to Edinburgh, I
You can
believe there's breaking news.
Yes, you can see us right here. In this room.
When is it?
So the tickets will be on sale next week.
Amazing.
Yes, and they'll be a lovely little price as well.
And it's the 16th and
It's the night of the 15th and 16th.
15th and 16th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a Thursday and Friday. In here, 8 o'clock.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a lot easier to get to.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely,
but,
definitely.
you know,
Yeah.
We'll try and do one or other of them. And finally, so you also have another exciting fundraiser coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about Cosy Jam?
Yeah.
Yes. So we started Cosy Jam to raise funds, obviously, and the first one we did was great, and it was mainly all of our friends. And then we were like, okay, how can we keep doing this? It's gonna be the same people. But then word kind of spread, and then it's kind of become its own thing, which is really great to see. And this is our 7th one. It's tonight actually. And there's been a fresh lineup every single week. There's so many talented people out there. We have live music, comedy, poetry. We had drag as well.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's really nice because as I said, there's so many people out there creating their own music and writing their own poetry and comedy, and it's so great to kind of have a platform for people to meet and for them to expose their work and show what they're doing.
And where's that on?
In the International Bar.
International Bar.
At 7:30 every Friday in July.
Oh, that's fab.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know there's a lot of Gaiety grads involved in that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely people
Yeah.
will have to get along to that one as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
And so before we wrap up, obviously I think you're a great example of being really proactive when you leave drama college. So what would be your advice to, say, our class of 2019 who graduated last week?
I'd say just stay positive.
Yeah.
Like I think it's really hard to let everything get to you. You don't have an agent. You know what I'm saying? All your friends are getting work. You're not getting
Yeah.
work. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, oh, I don't fit the system. I don't fit here or there, whatever. And I feel like, at least for me personally, I just feel like that's gonna be the next. If you're committed to this for your life, you'll find those moments and you'll be like, okay, well, what's really important? You know what I'm saying? Like I got my family, I got people who love me. You know what I mean? Like I feel like at the end of the day, why are you doing this? It's the passion, right? It's the ability that we tell stories and we try to make people's lives better, hopefully. And that's really that's what it's about for me, you know. And so I constantly try to remind myself of those things going forward when it's like, oh, but I'm not doing well and my face is not out there. It's like me. It's like, yo, it's not about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about
Dig
the
a little
work.
bit deeper.
Yeah.
It's about the work.
I would
you know?
say don't compare yourself. Very, very difficult to do. And just stay grounded and focus on your own path.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to look at everyone else and compare yourself to them, but it's not a race. And stay grounded and have other passions, have other focuses that you like to do that are completely separate from the acting world, and just remember why you love it, and just stay positive.
That's brilliant. Well, I think that's amazing advice for not just our class of 2019, but indeed to everybody on this lovely Friday afternoon. Thank you so much for coming in, and we look forward to seeing the show when it's here in August.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.